Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our third session of this program called as Back on Track. For today's session, we are going to focus more on, mobility, your spinal mobility, your hip mobility, your quads that are the front muscles of your thigh, your hamstring, your glutes, and all of the stretches. Okay. So today's session is not about strength, but yes, do grab a chair with you because all the exercises that I'm going to teach you today, you can do it right from your desk whenever you're taking a break. Okay. So it is more of an ergonomically based session that we are going to do today. Understand, because the last two sessions that we did was more of a combination of mobility plus strength, but this is purely going to help you to do that exercise even when you're at your desk and doing some work. Okay, so let's get started. Let's be a little quicker today and go with the flow. Do not try to hold your breath, but go with the flow. Let the movements feel very free. Okay. So for the warm up, we will grab a chair and sit at the edge of the chair. Separate your hips a bit. Okay. Now you want to bend your neck first, then the thorax, and then you go down like that. So what we are trying to achieve is something called as a seated spinal flexion. So getting that mobility there, bend every joint, every facet, and don't try to reach down. What I want you to do is reach under the chair. Okay, do not look up. Always keep looking down and reach under the chair. Slouch yourself completely. So that's one. Come back. Start with the neck. Two. Three. Reach as much as down you can. Feel that stretch in your hip. If your hips are not restricting you, feel free and go a little more depth. Okay. Go to that depth. Go to that depth. Go to that depth. Feel that stretch in your hip joint too. And up. Four. Five. Six. Seven. Good job, guys. Keep doing that. Eight. Nine. 10. So that was a seated flexion where you actually achieved a good range of motion and opening of all that facet joints, starting from your cervical to your lumbar and a bit of hip opening too. The next exercise is very simple, just like the mermaid which we did. But yes, mermaid needs a mat, needs for you to sit on the floor. But this you can do just from the office, okay? So grab the chair again, make sure you're seated and plant the feet properly down. Let's do one side. Grab the chair from one side. So let's do, I'm stretching on my right. You're gonna grab the chair on your left. Keep your hand up like that and stretch as much as you can. Again, the thing remains the same. Do not drop from here. Open it up, okay? So grab the chair properly and then go. Open up the chest. Feel that stretch in your lats and come back. One. On the opposite now. Okay. Two. Three. Good job. Four. Feel the flow of the movement. Do not restrict yourself. Keep breathing normally. Do not hold your breath. 6, 7. Feel that stretch in your lats muscle, okay? And again, good job. Reach as far as you can and come back. Then go on the opposite side and come back again. So that was your warm up regarding the side flexion. Okay. The next, we are quickly going to do some rotations. Again, be at the edge of the chair and keep your hands like this. Plant your feet properly. For this exercise, I don't want anyone to do this movement. So, exactly, this is not supposed to be moved. So, plant your feet properly on the ground. Keep your hands here. Make sure you're rotating properly. Okay. So, just move towards your left. Do not slouch there. I want you to sit straight and rotate. Do not do this movement, okay? Or do not even turn this way. That's not correct. Plant your feet properly. Let's go. Rotate. One. Now on the opposite. Two. Keep breathing normally. Do not hold your breath. Three. Four. Five. Feel that rotation in your thorax. 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. So that's with a warm up. We did some flexion, we did some side flexion, and then we did some rotation. Let's move on quickly to a little bit more of a mobility and flow with our next exercise, pigeon. Okay, so for the pigeon, we might not need a chair, okay? For the people whose hips are very, very tight, can use a chair. So I'm going to show you the stretch on chair also, as well as on the floor. In case if your hips are not very, very stiff, please be free and do this exercise on the floor. Otherwise, you can grab a chair and do this too. Okay, so let's start. And the pigeons are mainly going to work on your hip mobility. Exactly something called as here. Your glutes and piriformis is going to get stretched. Okay, so let's start. Getting the first movement right, you're going to put your foot on the chair like this. Okay, and just rest yourself. Now, the if in case if you're keeping the right leg on the chair, your left legs need to be straight and extended and feel a stretch exactly on here. Okay, so this is called as a hip flexor, which is iliopsoas. So get that stretch there. Okay, I'm going to show you again. Okay, good. If you're able to keep this parallel, as much as parallel as possible, if you're on a mat or on the chair, it's going to be the best. Okay, so one hand here, one hand on your ankle. Now imagine you are a very, very stiff wooden plank, so you won't slouch. Okay, so you just go down like this and rotate. There you go. One, two. So you go in front, you rotate a bit towards your right knee, and you come back. 3, 4. Let's go. 5. Feel that good stretch in your right buttocks. Keep doing, guys. I'm going to show quickly on the floor for the people who are doing it on the floor. Okay. Okay. 6, 7. So you need to go in, move in front and rotate on your right. 8, 9, 10. Good job. Same pigeon on the left now. Grab the chair again. Obviously, busy office hours, It's always better to grab a chair and just do it in the office also. So this time we're going to keep this leg. Hope everybody can see. Okay, you can take a good support from the chair. Okay, now hold there, go in front and rotate. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep breathing normally. Go with the flow. Let it move. Feel a good stretch in your buttocks. 6. Go in front and rotate. 7. Front and rotate. 8. Front and rotate. 9. Front and rotate. 10. Good job. That's one set of 10 reps. This is called as pigeon. Okay. Moving on to the next exercise, that is your world's greatest stretch. But I'm going to give you a quick 10-second break. Grab some water and let's start with the next exercise in 10 seconds. Okay, guys, so there we go. And let's move with our next exercise, which is called as world's greatest stretch. Again, feel free, grab a chair because you can do the world's greatest stretch even on your busy days in the office. Okay, so grab a chair like that. And usually the world's greatest stretch is done on the floor. We're gonna do it here. Okay, so sit like that on a chair. Let's say if I'm sitting on my left buttock, so I'm going to keep this leg to 90 degree. Okay, we see this angle 90 and plant your feet properly. Now push your right hip back. Get that good hip flexor stretch. Okay, again for this exercise, it's gonna why is this called as world's greatest stretch? First thing, it's going to stretch your glutes, it's going to stretch your right hip flexors, it's going to stretch your uh, and move also your thoracic spine. Okay, so feel free to do this ample of time. Okay, so again, starting with the exercise again. Now, what I want you to do is place that left buttock on the chair and make a 90-degree angle and plant the feet properly. Again, do not slouch like that. I want you to be straight. Take your right hip back. Okay. In case if it's really difficult, you might have to take a support of a stool. Okay. Now here, you can keep your hands like this and take a bit of support. Now, first thing is you're going to go down through your hips. So push your hips down. See that movement there? Push your hips down. Do not lift your front foot. Keep it all planted. Go a little down and rotate. There you go. 1, 2. Feel that good stretch on your left hamstring too, in case if your hamstrings are too tight. 3, 4, 5, 6. Feel that rotation. Feel that good stretch in your hip flexor. 7. Keep your hands like that. 8. Feel a good stretch in your hamstring as well as the right buttock. 9, 10. Good job. We're going to switch aside. This time, right buttock on the chair. Plant the feet properly. Okay, plant the feet properly and get your left hip back. Feel a good stretch this time on your left hip flexors. Okay, shall we start? Let's go. One, Do not lift the heel. Okay. 2, 3. Feel that good stretch. Your hip flexors in your right buttocks and hams. Also, completely rotate if you want to get that close as well as the open position there. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Okay. Let's do one more. 6 reps. Left buttock. Plant the feet properly. Take your right hip back. Feel that good stretch on this side. Keep your hands like that again. Make sure you're moving through your hips, not through your spine, not slouching. Keep it as straight as possible. Okay? Let's do. So you're a wooden plank. You will go in front. You will rotate 1 and then come back. 2, come back. 3, come back. 4, come back. 5, feel that stretch on your left glutes and hams. So the more you go in front, rotate, you're gonna get that glute stretch. You come back and keep this straight. Do not bend your knee there, keep it straight. And then rotate. Good job. 2 more reps. Rotate, come back. Good job. Let's switch and do it on the opposite side. This time your right buttock on the chair, left hip position back. Keep your knee straight. Let the leg be on the toe, but the front has to be planted properly. Okay. In case if you feel you're losing the balance, please grab the chair and you can just rotate in this way rather than keep it like this. Okay. So let's get with the movement there. Plant the feet properly. Okay. Let's start. So go down, you rotate 1, and then you come back. 2, open up the chest, feel that good stretch, even in your thorax. 3, 4, 5, 6, open that chest up. 7, 8, 9, 10. That chest up. Good job, guys. Let's take a 10-second break, sip some water. We have a few more exercises to go. Let's move. We have 2 more exercises left. Very quick stretch that is called as a quad stretch. And after that last exercise, we have a very amazing stretch called as a calf stretch. Okay. So for the quad stretch, I might need to grab a pillow. Please go and grab your pillow. Okay. Just putting a chair back, and here my pillow is there. Okay. So for this exercise, I'm just supporting the chair completely on the wall. I'm going to show you 2, 3 angles of the exercise. Let me show you the front angle first. Okay. So for the quad stretch, if I'm stretching my right quad, I'm gonna keep my right foot over the chair, okay, placing that right knee on the foam pad, okay, and the opposite leg is going to be 90. Now, how does it look like? I'll just quickly show you in this, okay. Okay, so is that visible for everyone? Yep. So you keep it like that. Now this has to be 90. You're not going to keep it this way. You're going to keep it this 90. Okay. Now what you have to do is you remember the anterior tilt and the posterior tilt that I have taught you in a standing position. Now it's time for you to do that in this half kneeling position. Okay. So get that position, place your right knee on a foam pad. In case if your knee is hurting, you can add on a little bit of height. The more closer your knee is to the chair, the more stretch you get. In case if it's excruciating pain or stretch, feel free to move a little ahead. Okay, so in that you have to maybe grab a little bit a chair which is of a lower height. Okay, so go in front. But for me, I think I'm okay with this stretch. I'm gonna go and do this. Okay. Now you're gonna anteriorly tilt. Now try to posteriorly tilt. Squeeze that buttocks. The moment you squeeze your buttocks, you're gonna get an amazing stretch on the right quads. Now keep holding it for 2 seconds and relax. Squeeze the buttocks and relax. 2. Squeeze the buttocks and relax. Keep doing that, guys. 3, 4. Keep squeezing your buttocks. Go for a posterior tilt. Keep feeling the stretch. Okay, keep doing. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, come on, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good job. Let's switch the sides. This time, you're going to stretch your left quad. So the left ankle or the leg is going to be on the chair and the left knee is going to be on the foam pad. Right is at a 90-degree angle. Hands are going to be here. Okay, and then you posteriorly tilt the pelvis, get that squeeze. 1, 2, 3. Make sure whenever you're tilting the pelvis, keep squeezing the buttocks. The moment you squeeze the buttocks, you're going to get a good stretch in front of your thigh. Okay? 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep doing that, guys. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good job. So that was a quad stretch, helping you in getting that mobility even through your front of your hip joint. So we have stretched our hip flexors. Now we stretched our quads. Next, we are going to stretch our calf. Okay, we don't need a pillow for that, so we're just going to keep it back. For the calf stretch, you can either use the wall in case if you have, but in the office, if you don't have a wall, just choose a chair or a table beside you. Okay, so for the calf stretch, what I want, I'm just supporting my chair. Okay, so what we actually want is hold the chair properly. Now place your heel and dorsiflex your ankle. Dorsiflexion is this movement. Plantar flexion is this movement. So you're going to dorsiflex. You're going to pull your toe towards the ceiling. Okay? So keep it this way. Point your toes towards the ceiling. Take the heel. Again, keep the knee straight. No knee bending there. Keep the knee straight. Stand straight, hold the chair, hold a wall beside you. And the only thing that you should cue yourself when you're doing the exercises, take your hips in front, okay? So you're going to take your hips in front. You can lift the opposite heel, okay? So in case if you're stretching on the right side, you are free to lift your left heel, but do not lift your right heel. So this is the stretch. You go one, come back, take your hips in front, two, come back, feel a good stretch in your calf. Specifically, there's a muscle called as gastrocnemius. Feel a good stretch in that. 6, 7. Make sure the exercise, the chair which you're using should not move, because in that case you will not get a stretch. 8, 9, 10. Good one. We have one more set on the opposite side. You can also do it on a wall, like facing a wall, okay? I'm just showing you guys on the chair. Again, this time left heel on the floor, left toe pointing towards the ceiling. Make sure you're standing erect, no slouching, okay? Move your hip towards the chair or towards the wall. There you go. 1, do not bend your knees. No bending there in the knees. The moment you bend your knees, the stretch is going to go away from the gastrocs, and the exercise won't be effective. So I want you to straighten your knee compulsory, okay? Lift your opposite heel. So 1, take your hips in front. 2, 3, feel that good stretch in your calf. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, push, 9, squeeze the buttocks, 10. Okay, so good one. I think today's session was a little shorter session, and we have finished all the exercises for the spinal as well as hip mobility. Just to give you a quick review in case of what warm-ups did we did and what are the exercises that we followed through this mobility routine will be written in the description box. In case of any doubts, please drop it in the comment box and I can check right now and answer those queries. Just to give you a quick recap, for the warm-up, we did some of the flexion exercises like the seated flexion, then we did the side flexion, and then we did the rotation to get that spine mobile and started. The next session, in the next session, we are going to concentrate more on a strength-based plus the mobility. But for this, it was more about stretching your iliopsoas, stretching your quads, stretching your hamstrings, stretching your glutes and piriformis, stretching your calf at the end. So it was more with the flow and stretch. Again, the most important part of the session today was that you can do all these exercises while sitting in your office, so that this session will actually help you to maintain what we have achieved in the first and second session. So very, very important. Please, when you're starting your day to day, do not forget these exercises and give it a try, and try to do these exercises from office, okay? And in case of any doubts, you can ask me next time, but drop it in the comment box right now, okay? So I think there we end our session and hope to see you all in the next session. Bye-bye.